In a world where dreams meet reality, there exists a place where your business can flourish. That place is Shopify. Imagine having the power to craft your online store with tools that make it as easy as a gentle breeze. Whether you're an artisan of handmade wonders, a creator of digital treasures, or a curator of the latest trends, Shopify stands by your side. With its customizable templates, seamless integrations, and support that's always there, your dream store is just a heartbeat away. Join millions of visionaries around the globe and let Shopify guide you on your journey. Visit roguemedianetwork.com/Shopify. That's roguemedianetwork.com/SHOPIFY. And embark on your free trial. Shopify, where your commerce dreams come to life.
I am Rachel Ruth Tate, and this is Text Astrology. Howdy to all souls out there assembled. This is Rachel Ruth Tate, your ever faithful text astrologer, coming from the Rogue Media Network studios in downtown Waco, straight to your ears, wherever you may be. If you haven't yet and want to book a natal chart reading with me, you can book at www.textastrology.com or at rachelruthtate.as.me. Again, that's rachelruthtate.as.me. And please use code I love you for $50 off your reading and share that code with friends. Now, your astrological entree arrives. Today's episode features a full moon at 6 degrees of Aries, Aries being the first sign in the zodiac, our cardinal fire sign ruled by Mars, and where the sun exalts. Aries is symbolized by the ram and associated with all that is swift, bold, and confident. But that is not the Aries of this particular full moon lunation, which is full at 4:58 a.m. Central Standard Time, today, the 29th of September. This Aries full moon is of a different ilk. As we know, the moon is always affected by the condition of its ruler, and in this case, it is a Mars in detriment in Libra ruling this moon. But that Mars, full moon ruler, is itself also ruled by a Venus, now direct post-retrograde in Leo. And that Venus, ruling that Mars, ruling that moon, that Venus happens to be making a sextile, a nice soft relationship that brings it together with, wouldn't you know, that Mars in Libra. Now, I know I might be and probably am losing you, but don't worry. I will break this all down post-summary. So I'm going to continue for a moment. So that Venus ruling the Mars, which rules the full moon in Aries, that Venus is in Leo. So she herself is ruled by the sun being in detriment in Libra, opposing the moon, making it full, of course, at 6 degrees of Libra, that sun-moon opposition being what creates a full moon. So there is a loop of rulership that closes and comes back in on itself, like all good processes and cycles eventually do. But let me translate this into very practical terms. This lunation, we have a flash of insight into our personal convictions, into processes that have been ongoing. We are being called to let go of something or, very importantly, surrender to the truth of something. There is a theme of release around personal relationships or pursuits of a cause. This is a pushing away from that which is personally draining. This is a leaving a situation with or without your cash and prizes, like taking your toys and going home. This is a putting to bed of a long-term conflict or litigation or struggle. This is a break from what has been wearing you out, whatever or whoever that thing may be. Because this is an Aries full moon lunation. And not only is its ruler Mars in one of its own tough spots in detriment, meaning having difficulty in Libra, but that ruler Mars is also conjoined the fated and infamous south node of the moon. The south node is one of the two lunar nodes, the nodes being non-physical points that indicate where the sun's apparent path, so the sun's sort of journey through our sky seasonally, right, through the zodiac, and the moon's orbit cross. So this is where the threads of light being information, that is where they're going. Or in the south node's case, where they are coming from and moving beyond toward the north node. The north node is where everything's coming to. So this moon's ruler, Mars, the ruler of the full moon, it is connected to essentially the cosmic drain, the spiritual reset, flushing, cleansing place, the release point. And this is Mars. Mars is the planet that moves, acts, does, severs, has conflict. And so this arrangement is like shedding skin whilst in a sign of your own discomfort. So it is like getting vulnerable in an already vulnerable place. And that may or may not feel like you right now, like a stranger in a strange land, or a stranger in your skin, or in your life, or in your relationships. This is a time of major beginnings and endings, right? One begets the other, of self-determination, of releasing expectations, especially the expectations of others, and maybe even shedding some social conventions. And some feathers might be ruffled, right? You feel me? We may upset some people by drawing new boundaries or releasing old commitments or choosing ourselves. Positive change for us may not feel that way for others, just as the changes others make may not feel 100% dandy and wonderful when we are impacted by them. Like your favorite teacher quitting, or a breakup that someone has with you, or someone moving away, or even someone getting married while you're still single, a best friend moving on with a partner, somebody moving beyond your personal current paradigm or place into a new one. Because this Aries lunation's ruler, Mars, is itself in Venus's sign of Libra, Libra being the scales, Libra being aesthetic, Libra being beauty. And Venus wants to do the opposite of Mars. Venus wants to desire, to bring together, to connect. And that's going to be at odds with the Aries moon itself, as well as the nature of its ruler. It is hard to let go of the things that we most need to let go of. Am I right? Sometimes we have to be in enough pain before we finally release. We feel the most strange in our skin right before it's about to shed. That's when we get that insatiable itch, right? Like you guys who have had a sunburn, you know, it gets super itchy before it heals. Organic surrender happens when we lack the strength to continue to resist. Ironically, Mars in Libra conjunct the South Node is very much like this, because what we resist persists. Funnily enough, there are no planets making close aspects to this moon. None at all. Like zero. Nada. Not a dang thing. Really. But there is a major aspect, however, completing concurrently with the full moon, actually as we speak right now, as I'm on air. And that is Venus in Leo, square to Uranus retrograde in Taurus. A square is an active angle of the nature of Mars. It's dynamic. It's going to make things happen. And this Venus is also making an almost perfect sextile to Mars itself, which rules the moon. So, synergy, shift, activity, change. Some shit is going to pop off, y'all. It's going to surprise us. That's the nature of Uranus. And it's going to be good for us. That's the nature of Venus. It's going to change us, Uranus, for the better, Venus, but in a kinetic way, square, angle of the nature of Mars. Like a little push off of the ledge, a little shove down the path, and a little shaking up for the established internal or external order. Things are changing faster now. With all of the inner planets direct and on the move, picking up speed, get ready. Because this is the last regular episode of the show, for at least a long while. I am suspending the Text Astrology podcast indefinitely. It has been an honor and privilege to come to you via this medium for the last year plus, but alas, this full moon has me choosing myself too. This podcast is a lot of work. It's scripted, and the writing deadlines have not been easy to meet between my family and my multiple jobs. Not to mention this show does not produce itself for free, and I've not actually gained a single one of y'all as paying clients yet. Plus, I self-produce a short-form daily astrology program on Instagram and TikTok called the Astrology Roadshow, and you will certainly still find me there, where most of my friends and clients find me anyway on social media. And stay tuned, I might just be able to get that daily roadshow here to Rogue Media as well. But regardless, this has been a gift and a deep learning experience. This Aries moon and my announcement, I want to emphasize that this moment is when we need to trust in the magic of new beginnings. Until we meet again on some other airwaves, friends, happy full moon in Aries. We aren't covering the upcoming transits. I haven't written them. This is just the end. And that, my dear folks, is what the South Node in Libra feels like, if you've ever wanted to know what the South Node feels like, especially in Libra. I'm going to keep you learning to the very last. You all are beautiful. I want to thank Rogue Media Network for being the absolute best. Can't say enough good things about this studio. If you're in Waco, this is your home. Now, the break that is a break off and maybe, potentially, the last word from our sponsors. That's it for this episode, folks. Meet me here every full and new moon for more cosmic wisdom. For now, you can find me on Instagram at Rachel Ruth Tate and at Text Astrology, or between the pages of my book, Meditations on Being, available on Amazon and wherever else you purchase books.
In a world where dreams meet reality, there exists a place where your business can flourish. That place is Shopify. Imagine having the power to craft your online store with tools that make it as easy as a gentle breeze. Whether you're an artisan of handmade wonders, a creator of digital treasures, or a curator of the latest trends, Shopify stands by your side. With its customizable templates, seamless integrations, and support that's always there, your dream store is just a heartbeat away. Join millions of visionaries around the globe and let Shopify guide you on your journey. Visit roguemedianetwork.com/Shopify. That's roguemedianetwork.com/SHOPIFY. And embark on your free trial. Shopify, where your commerce dreams come to life.